Crazy times ahead. We're in mandatory isolation through the federal government for the next 14 days. So I want to keep giving you advice, tips, and videos of all the things that we've been doing along the way beforehand. And we're going to be learning how to cook abalone. Kiara and I decided to go diving today, and we didn't know what we were going to get. So we got 5 abalones, and they're pretty good size. And so we thought we might teach you how to clean and cook abalone. Now this particular abalone is Blacklip Abalone. Now there's a few different varieties. There's also your green lip abalone, and you can see the black. That's why the name is called Blacklip Abalone, because it has a black lip. The first step you want to do is you want to clean it. So get yourself a new toothbrush, not the one that you've been using, and you want to scrub away all the black stuff, and you'll see as well as here, you want to scrub this all off. Then the abalone has a mouth, okay? So you start with a spoon and you insert your spoon into between its shell and the actual meat, and you just run it around in this direction. So once you finish separating it, you'll expose out the meat from the shell and the innards. Now you just comes off in one bit, pretty easy. You can save it if you want, use it as an ashtray. It's a nice decoration. Now you have all the guts. The Japanese do save the liver, which is this part, and they make their own sauce out of it. I don't recommend you do it because it's an acquired taste. So you just peel off towards the mouth again. So I started from here and I'm peeling away towards the mouth. And then once you have it away, I just take my knife and I separate the guts. Now at this point you have the mouth. I like to make 2 cuts. Take out the stomach. You don't want to eat that. That's no good. Clean that under fresh running water. And there it is. Abalone. It's cleaned. Now we're going to pound it out before we fry it. All right, so to keep it slipping away, we wrap the abalone into a package and then we pound it out. I don't have many luxuries. This is my mallet. Done. So at this point, what I like to do on the fire if I'm camping is I like to cook it whole. So you just put it on this back on its shell, put some oil, salt, and pepper, and you put it directly over the fire. The way at home is you can slice it, and then we're gonna bread it and quickly fry it. And once you've pounded it, another option is to slice it raw, very thinly, and serve it over some rice, which the Japanese do. So we don't have any luxuries to any fires. That means we're gonna slice it, bread it, and fry it. And make sure you wanna use a very sharp knife. So now that we sliced the abalone, we're just gonna quickly bread it in flour. And this kind of flour I've used is a high starch, low protein flour. In other words, it's a cake flour. And cake flour has a bit more crispy in the pan because it has more starch. Now if you use a bread flour, technically it won't be as crispy. So a lot of for example, the Asians in their tempura batters or in their fry batters, they always use rice starch, tapioca starch, and this kind of blend because it has a lot of a starch percentage. So we finished breading the abalone and we're gonna go off and cook them. Okay, we have our cast iron skillet on the fire. I like to flavor my oil, and I've just put some olive oil, and we're gonna flavor it with sea parsley that I foraged just by the ocean. This is Australian salt bush. Has a nice salty flavor, and just a clove of garlic. Gonna add a bit more olive oil. Get that nice and hot. Now flavoring the oil will end up getting those flavors into the abalone. So that's what we're looking for. And like with any frying, you don't want to overcrowd the pound, so we're just gonna put a few pieces. So you just want to cook the abalone until it's just golden. We had a downpour and we had to stop the video, but once these cutlets are done of the fried abalone, what you can do is have them as is. You can get creative. They're really nice in sandwiches, as far as like a chicken sandwich. You can turn it into an abalone sandwich with mayo, lettuce, tomatoes. Just keep it simple. You want the true flavors to come through. Another really good way of cooking the abalone that I like to cook at home is, once I take it from the ocean, I keep it in its shell. I pound it in within its shell. I put it in the pan with a bit of oil and aromatics. Add a bit of seawater to it, a cup will do. Cook it in a slow fire for 20 minutes. All the natural flavors will come through. It's easy to come out of the shell, slice thinly, and serve. Super, super good. I'll try and keep posting up videos as long as I'm in isolation. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Keep cooking.